We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Changeling. We're being an idiot here, and gonna see what the fuck was this is whispering under the fucking staircase, because, you know, that's the greatest idea ever. Who is that? Wait, you're literally going to the storage closet? Why? Anxiety crept up my spine as I peeked around the corner. To my surprise, it was a person, not a ghost or weird, blurry cat. Isn't that Kara? A person, and a familiar one at that. That Kara? I couldn't see her well, but she was definitely in there acting really weird, muttering to herself, rubbing her arms. Possessed, maybe. Then again, given how she'd been acting since I got back, there had been several times I'd half expected to see her head start spinning around. But no, this was different. Something was wrong. I wasn't sure if I should say something or just back away and go find Corvin. But in the end, it was too difficult to just walk away from someone, especially someone that used to be a friend. Kara? She didn't answer, but behind her was a whirring, scuffling sound. I saw movement, but not enough to know what was back there. I could guess, though. I stepped into the room, grabbed Kara's arm, and started pulling her out. She looked at me with foggy, distant eyes, as if she didn't recognize me. What? Come on! I yanked her out of the storage room, dragging her down the corridor. It was coming after us, its footfalls like shadowy echoes on the tiled floor. As soon as there was enough space, I shoved Kara away and spun around, swinging my book bag with all my strength. I made contact with the whatever it was. I was grateful that the thing was solid enough for me to hit it, but I didn't stop to check where it went or what it was doing. In the time it took me to whack the unknown assailant with my book bag, Kara had collapsed. When I turned around, she was sprawled on the floor, half curled onto her side, eyes closed. Shoot! Kara? Kara, hey! Hey, wake up! I tried to grab her arm and pull, but we weren't going to get far like that. Soft footfalls directly in front of me made me freeze in place. It was right there. I stared at the floor, too scared to look up. I'm ready. What is it? My chest felt tight. I was afraid to move, afraid to do anything. Come on, move! You have to move! At the very least, I had to keep Kara safe until Corvin came back. I slowly raised my head. But out of nowhere came heavy footfalls, and a flutter of blue fabric obscured my view. Oh, it's Corvin! Get her out of here! You see, she's kind of heavy. My webcam's bright as shit because the sun decided to be like, hi. Alright, I scrambled to my feet, not needing to be told twice. Unfortunately, dragging Kara's limp body away from what there wasn't easy. She was completely out of it. Ugh. We didn't get far before things went south. The ride launched itself at Corvin, hitting him in the center of the chest. Corvin was knocked back by the force of it. He smacked into the wall and slid down, grimacing as his grimoire fell from his hand and slid across the floor. And suddenly there was nothing left between me and that strangely blurry creature, a white silhouette and billowing curls of smoke. Michiko, get out! I glanced at Kara and mustered all the courage I had to keep myself between her and that thing. Michiko, go! You see, oh, it's kind of cute, but I'm sure it's bad. There, I jumped at me with a howl that vibrated inside my head. I raised my arms, though I don't know what I expected that to do. It didn't knock me aside the way it did Corvin, hit me square in the chest, hard. The force of it pushed me to the floor. My entire body felt hot, like my blood was boiling. A heavy weight was on my chest. I can't breathe. Couldn't open my eyes. It hurt. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die. There was a flash of white that I think was just inside my head, and a woman's voice. One I didn't know yet sounded weirdly familiar. Get out! And the weight was gone. It felt like something bounced out of me, leaving me gasping for air. Corvin. I struggled up to my elbows, thinking Corvin had done something. He was just getting to his feet, still gripping his side. The white thing was gone. Ugh. That was my changeling. She's like, get the fuck out. There's already a body in here. Get the fuck out. I let out a shaky breath, feeling surprisingly okay for whatever that had been. I slowly got to my feet, intending to check on Kara. Corvin grabbed me by the shoulders. His face was ghost white, except for the strange black mark creeping from under the edge of his scarf. What was that? What were you thinking? I told you to run. You see, I was trying to. I think. Attempted. Not really. I had never seen him so angry. I had never seen him angry at all. How was I supposed to just leave you and Kara? I shoved his hands off my shoulders. And you're the one who brought me along. The strange look passed over his face, one of realization and guilt. He released me immediately and ran a hand through his hair tiredly. Yeah, I did. Sorry. I looked around the hall nervously, surprised that no one else was around. How did no one hear any of that? I set up a barrier, something to keep others from noticing what was happening. Convenient. Are you okay? Are you? You were the one slammed against the wall like that. And what's that mark on your face? Corvin turned away, shaking his hair down so it covered the mark. Nothing. It's nothing. No, it's not. I've seen that before. The same thing happened when you helped Dana, whatever. It's nothing you should worry about, just an effect of using magic. What kind of effect was that? I wasn't sure I believed it, but I didn't know enough about it to argue. Instead, I left his side and went to Kara, kneeling to check on her. She was still out of it. Corvin knelt beside me. She'll be okay. She's just unconscious. That's good, but I didn't know how to ask. What was she doing in the storage room? Was that thing on awry? What was that entire situation about? Why didn't he want me to see it? She's a friend of yours, right? I guess. Used to be. I let out a dry laugh. Not exactly. She used to be. Not so much anymore. Still, the two of you must have a pretty long history. Is this why you wanted me here? Because you thought she and I were friends? Because she has some secret or something that's roaming around? Corvin gave me a long, silent look. I need to take her to the infirmary. I grabbed his arm angrily. You can't involve me in this, then refuse to give me answers. Why did you bring me here? Corvin looked around helplessly. You're her friend. I'm not her friend. She hates me. I can't believe you aren't aware of that, given how often she hangs around you. Hate isn't the same as anger. What was that white thing? A dream. One she lost. A lost dream? What kind of dream? Like a dream? Or do you mean like something more like a goal or desire? I don't know really. I thought maybe you would, since it's... He stopped himself, looking away. Since it's something that belonged to your friend. I don't know if we're friends, right? Because if we are friends, I'm stealing her mans. I narrowed my eyes, wondering if that's really what he'd been planning to say. I thought you could see their true forms, like what they really are. Usually I can. This one is clouded by miasma. I can't see its form very well. If I could, I might get a better feel for how to catch it. I looked down at Kara without the scowl I had grown accustomed to. She looked so much more like the girl I'd been friends with. What kind of dream could she have lost? How's her piano playing? Corvin looked surprised. I didn't know she played piano. How is that possible? It used to be her life. Everyone knew she played. She can't have stopped playing after that concert. That made no sense at all. Even if it had been a flop, they could easily have just arranged another one. What is it? Nothing, just... She and her mom had this big dream for her to become a concert pianist, though I guess it was her mom more than her. I shook my head. Look, you should ask Allie. I didn't keep in touch with Kara after I moved, so I don't know what happened after that. She doesn't even talk to me anymore. So if you brought me along so I could help you, you're expecting too much. I can't even figure out my own life right now, much less hers. I gave him a tired smile. Sorry, I couldn't be of any help. I feel like I just got in the way. No, I should be the one apologizing to you. Thanks for helping me when that thing jumped on me or whatever. I didn't do anything. What? I had the breath knocked out of me. By the time I got up, the ride was running down the hole and you were getting up. If that wasn't Corvin, then I didn't know what it was. And that was a bit unnerving. Michiko, yeah? Can we keep this incident between us? Why? I tried not to get the others involved in my work. I'm sorry. And then he left me there, carrying Kara down to the infirmary alone. I sat shakily on the first step, staring after him. That was the sort of thing he dealt with all the time. Really? Frankly, I was wishing he hadn't shown me at all. Besides, if he didn't like to get the others involved, why involve me? Because he thought I was Kara's friend. Because he thought I could help him better understand the situation behind their eye. Was that the whole reason he bothered to get to know me? Was that why he'd been spending time with me? No. Now you're just overthinking it. I didn't even know anymore, and I didn't get to ask because neither he nor Kara showed up to school for the rest of the week. That meant I didn't get to talk to him, and I couldn't tell him about the sleepwalking I planned either. Nothing was working out the way I'd hoped. You guys are scaring me. I literally thought, bad end! Chapter 5, Magic Lessons. How many chapters are in this round? I don't know. Oh god, I'm sleepwalking again. Mother, please. I was having a normal dream when I became aware of singing. Okay, yeah. At first, the singing was a part of my dream, but gradually it separated itself until I realized I was asleep and the sound was coming from a source outside the dream. In that terrifying moment between sleep and being fully awake, I thought I was sleepwalking again. But when October 30th, one day before Halloween. But when I woke up fully, I was still in my bed. I blinked up at the ceiling, slightly confused. What woke me up? Dim moonlight was creeping through the curtains, but the light was flickering oddly. And there was the singing. It wasn't in my head, but was filtering through the window, muffled and faint. After a moment's hesitation, I got up and padded to the window, looking out cautiously. There were dozens of dancing lights in the front yard. Whoa. They're like huge butterflies. Or butterflies, oh my god. Fireflies! What are those? It was the first time one of the odd things I'd seen actually looked beautiful. Hey, it's Brenna! A black cat was prancing through the grass as well, almost dancing with the lights. Every so often it would stop and attempt to pounce one playfully. I smiled slightly, almost as if it could sense that I was watching. The cat sat and turned to look up at my window with pale yellow eyes. We stared at each other for a long moment. I caught sight of the flash of white fur on its chest. Oh, it's that cat. The one I'd seen hanging around Elliot's house occasionally. I didn't know if it was his or just a stray that liked to hang out there. Okay, you're just gonna transform in front of me. Okay. It turned toward me and suddenly the cat was gone. Crouching in its place was a familiar figure peering up at me. Brenna? What the heck is she wearing? She looked up at the window one more time and smiled before darting off into the trees. Why was she prancing around in my front yard wearing that in the middle of the night? What the heck? Wait, did that mean Brenna was Elliot's cat? That could potentially explain their weird relationship. Ugh, so weird. Well, Brenna was Fae, and those lights down there, they're likely Will-o'-the-Wisp. I read that they were the type of Fae as well. Some stories actually said they were evil, but they were really pretty regardless. I finally let the curtain fall into place and flopped back onto my bed, too exhausted to watch them anymore. But why was Brenna in my yard? And she'd been there when the Spriggan attacked me. Just who is she really? I don't know. Saturday morning dawned sunny and cold. I'd barely slept. I managed to drag myself out of bed sometime before Allie arrived. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. Word that Tyler was texting me. She was coming over to hang out for a bit and set up her wards or whatever. Apparently it was pretty simple. I was hoping I could talk to her about Corvin too, though he'd asked me not to discuss anything that had happened with Kara. That was what I had the most questions about, though. At any rate, that would be later in the day. The morning hours were all mine. I was grateful. I needed some time to de-stress and get out some pent-up energy. After morning coffee, I relocated to my room. I hadn't had a whole lot of time to paint since moving, just here and there. Enough to start a collection of art creations never to be seen by anyone else. They were lurking in my closet. Canvases and pages haunted by Spriggans, shadowy ghost cats, creepy dark forests that enticed unsuspecting sleepers to go for midnight walks, pale faces lurking in the shadows, and another familiar face that I hadn't drawn in a while. Yet her face kept popping into my mind every time I picked up a brush or pencil lately. I'd drawn her a lot when I was younger as well. White-haired horned girl, an elf, or fairy. It had been a while since she'd made her way onto my canvases, but it looked like she was back, whoever she was. I fished an unfinished acrylic painting out of my closet and set it on my easel. In a way, I guess she was almost like a character. I wasn't entirely sure, but it was also possible she'd started out as an imaginary friend. I wasn't sure why I felt compelled to draw her again recently. But there it was. I picked up my brush and started painting. A few slow, careful strokes, dabbing the brush against the canvas to build up a frame of dark leaves. The brush moved almost with life of its own, and soon it was sweeping across the canvas quickly. I completely lost myself to that place that artists always go when they were creating. The sound of a knock startled me out of the reverie. Michiko, Allie's here! It took a moment to pull myself back from the world of the painting to reality. Just a minute! I checked the clock, and sure enough, 2 hours had passed. I set my brush down and stepped back from the current painting. That's honestly very beautiful. I frowned as I studied it. The same white-haired girl as always, like a beacon of light in the sea of dark leaves and shadows. I didn't know why this type of scene felt so familiar, like a half-remembered dream poking at the back of my mind. I touched the painting curiously before pulling it off my easel and setting it aside, just inside the closet door. I thudded downstairs to find Allie waiting for me by the front door. She was chatting away happily with Mom, a large tote bag tucked under her arm. Hey! Whoa, you totally have a huge smear of black paint on your arm? Where? Allie made a slight motion in her hand, pointing at the paint on my arm. I made a face, rubbing at the smear, trying to get the rogue acrylics off. I take it you've been painting. Yeah, haven't had much time for it since the move. I set out some snacks and sodas for you girls in the kitchen. I suppose you'll want to hole up in your room and gossip about boys or something, so I'll leave you to it. Mom, we do talk about other things besides boys, you know. Oh, so you're not going to chat about that cute boy you went on a walk with last weekend? Ooh, a cute boy, I sputtered indignantly. Mom, no, no, shoot, stop causing trouble. She just laughed as she vanished into the family room. Have fun. Allie was giving me a teasing grin. No, you're no fun. How will you tell her about your sleepwalking, though? After a quick pit stop in the kitchen, Allie and I returned upstairs with snacks. She dropped her bag near the bed, and we spent the first hour curled up there gossiping, but not just about boys. In fact, since I refused to discuss the cute boy from the walk, we talked almost entirely about other things. Allie insisted on looking through all my new artwork, though I didn't show her the closet paintings. You've gotten so much better. I mean, your paintings were always good, but seriously, well, I spent the last 5 years focusing on it. Yeah, you mentioned that you didn't have any friends at your other place. I had some, and everyone was really nice. I guess I just didn't have much in common with anyone. Well, I suppose the real issue was that it was just that I hated it there. Not the people, just the place itself. I spent nearly every day wanting to come back here. I felt so suffocated. Well, now you're back, so that's good, right? I wish Grandpa didn't have to get sick for it to happen. How's he doing? She turned the pages of my sketchbook carefully as we talked, studying each page solemnly before moving to the next. I squirmed uncomfortably, wondering what she was thinking as she looked at them. He's doing better, I think. As long as he avoids stress, he should be fine. That's what the doctors say anyway. Dad is settling into things too, though I guess he still regrets having to come back. In any case, he has Spencer to help him for the rest of the month. Allie snickered. Ooh, and what we have here? She held up the sketchbook, showing me a full page of sketches of Corvin. Her eyes sparkled deviously over the top of the notebook. I snatched it from her, my face going hot. It's not what you think. I mean, I've drawn some with others too. Oh really? Yes, turn the page. There's Elliot and Ewan. And Corvin again, I see. Corvin just has an interesting face. He wouldn't be the aforementioned cute guy. Would he? Shut up! I picked up a pillow and smacked her with it. She giggled and tried to fend me off. Hey, I don't disapprove. It's nice to see Corvin finally opening up to someone a little. It wasn't the first time someone indicated Corvin didn't usually get close to people, but he was getting close to me, though I wasn't sure why. But if you do like him, you could be a little nicer. I'm nice, sort of. You're very prickly. I think he likes it. Okay. Come on, throw him a bone sometimes. Why are you so snarky at him anyway? Of course, that true love never did run smooth. That's true. I don't think everyone's, once you start dating someone, I don't think, it was smooth to begin with. I don't think. Oh shit, I had to end the episode. So, I think I'm gonna choose the second option for the answer. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch.